I really love the word embodiment, which you brought up earlier. And I don't know when I first heard that word, but the first time I remember hearing it is from a guest in the first season, Stephanie Selassie, and she's a meditation teacher. And she talked about embodied presence and embodied awareness. And since then, I've really been attracted to the word because I think a lot of people, I don't think it's just women, I think it's a lot of people get caught up in our heads and we kind of prize that way of knowing. In brief, what does embodiment mean to you and why is it so important?
So it's exactly this. It's about getting out of your head and into your body. And when I talk about getting out of your head and into your body, I'm not saying we should ditch the mind, right? I don't want to vilify or demonize the mind or even the ego, right? Because those things are really there to protect us in some ways, but also our intellect is very important. However, what I am inviting people to when I talk about getting out of your head and into your body is to reverse the order of operations. More often than not, people are using their mind to override the wisdom of their body, right? Their body's feelings, emotions, and sensations, which are often how the body signals to you, how your internal guidance or even your divine guidance, depending on your relationship to that, is signaling to you, communicating with you. So, my invitation for people when I talk about embodiment and when I teach embodiment is a way to integrate the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual by first checking in with the wisdom of the body, seeing how you feel, what you sense, what's going on, and then taking that wisdom, that information, and using the mind's brilliance to carry out what you've learned through the body first. And I like how you said we prize the knowing of the mind, right? But that's where all the conditioning is. Another way to think about this is when we are embodied, we could be more discerning and we could be less judgmental because the mind is where judgment happens, right? The mind is where we evaluate things. This is good, that's bad. This is better, that's worse, right, wrong. Those are all mental assessments. The body doesn't do that. The body just goes yes or no. This is for me, that's not for me. That feels good, that feels right, that feels wrong, that doesn't feel good. Something feels off about that. You know what I mean? So the body just literally gives us information, whereas the mind is what does all of the evaluating. So to be able to integrate the two in a way, again, that aligns with who you are, how you're built, what you desire for your life, what's important to you, what you value, what are your priorities. To me, this is like embodiment across the board.